Hey everyone, and welcome back. So today I want to talk about what's happened to education, what went wrong, because it's taken a turn. I think everyone kind of agrees. This isn't just the voice of someone that's out of the mainstream of education looking back, thinking, back in my day. This comes from people on TikTok, from people in schools, from people at university now. Education seems to have taken a wrong turn. And it comes from its commercialization. Suddenly, education, wanting to learn, comes with a price tag. Now, there are certain countries where this is worse. And America is the obvious one, where you just go to university. It doesn't really matter if you get the grades. It's not, you'll find somewhere. And, well, you do that to get a career. That's it. It's a tick sheet. And don't get me wrong, that's moving into some parts of the UK, into Europe, definitely into Asia as well. But there are some stalwarts holding the line, and I'm glad they're there. Because education should not be for commercial purposes. When you demean education by making it something that's on a tick sheet for you to get a better career, for you to make more money, the learning goes down. Because you never take as much in, because you know it's a tick sheet. You know, you just need to do the bare minimum. Yeah, I'm going to listen. I'm going to drinking, actually. I'm going to go do that. I'll do this at the last minute. Who cares? You don't pay attention because you're not there to learn. You're there to do what you need, not to learn, not to take on knowledge, not to be able to recite what you've learnt, to integrate it into all other parts of knowledge. Something that you learnt from watching a television show, something you read in a library, all together. You don't do that because it's a tick sheet. Those little bits of extra courses when you're actually in your job as well. Oh yeah, if I do that, I can get better pay. Yeah, nice, okay. We don't listen. We don't take it on anymore. Education is there and should be for its own sake. Education was never meant to be a tick sheet for your career, for money. If we go back to 859, anyone know that date? Well, probably haven't been taught it. 859 was the start of a university in Fez in Morocco. Is the oldest continuous university in the world. It has been going since 859. It was originally a mosque, which is most people's come back to that, but it had biblical classes. It has been an educational facility, if nothing else, since 859. Back then, people weren't going, oh, well, you know what? I really want to take this course because I think actually it'll mean that in the third quarter I might be able to push my boss for a rise. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. That's not what it was about. It was to learn how we in society exist, learn our place within the universe, learn something potentially greater than ourselves and our place within the entire story. Universities and education were built for something more. They weren't there for a career. And now this isn't just the words of someone that's begrudging because I think I did more at university. No, the stats show it as well. Societies that have a higher education are healthier, they have less crime, they feel more fulfilled. There are so many stats that show the higher the education of a society in general, the better on everything. Your health is better when society is better educated. Now, I'm not talking about it having to be university. Of course, university is a specific route for specific reasons, and not everyone learns in that same scholastic way. But education is deeper than that. It's more than that. It's a back and forth. It's a conversation. If we're going to go to really early elements of education, we go back even further than that 859 that we spoke about, and we talk about Plato, Aristotle. We talk about those discussions, those forums where people spoke on the philosophy of life itself. They spoke about meaning, about what we were truly here for. And what do we always credit ancient Greece with? It's pretty much the start of everything that we now hold dear, that we say gives us a better society, a democracy, a bedrock of understanding. These things that we talk about with such reverence come from education that was never there for career. It was an education for us to do better, to know more, for us to raise ourselves up. So whether you're learning when you're flicking through some books that you enjoy in a library, whether you're having a chat in a pub, I'm going to put that one out there. If you're having a true discussion, whether it's university, whatever it is, there's so much more. Now, yes, I love university. You can tell in the background, the certificates are there. I'm still studying for another few masters now. I really enjoy university. I like that setup. But I'd pick places that aren't there to commercialize me. I'd pick where I'm studying, where I can actually get involved, where the way of studying really pushes me. It means that I have a back and forth and I learn something, not just by rote, not just by repeating it back to somebody, but I truly learn something. And with me taking my education up, I can bring up those around me and myself. We shouldn't just pass it by. Education has taken a nosedive because we don't pay attention, because we just fill out a tick sheet. We need more. I hope you can take something from that. And I hope that you think just a little bit longer the next time you think, oh yeah, well, what does that university degree mean anymore if you can't get a job? It means they learned. At least that's what it should mean.